Morning on this day of recording. This is McRuby, MUFC Realist TV, transfer, walk and talk. And as you can see, I'm not outside, I'm standing on my treadmill. Thought you could burn some extra calories and do content at the same time. That's called multitasking. So let me know how you're doing, because it's been a lot of things going on in the media. It's a little bit uncertain to who we are linked to, what to believe, what not to believe, and what kind of sourcing methods we have to apply. I'm going to start with a story coming out from my brilliant friend Alfredo Padula down in Italy. I've been talking to him, and he also tweeted out that keep your eyes on Jadon Sancho to Juventus. Now, Jadon Sancho to Juventus do have legs. I think that he might end up in Italy. Why? Because although Dortmund really want him, but they are playing stints. They are playing like we're not going to pay the money. And by the way, it looks like, Mason Greenwood on the way will not end up in Italy at all. We read the reports yesterday, and that is kind of alternative. I think that Juventus were looking both at Greenwood and Jadon Sancho, but it's going to be either Jadon or either Mason. So looks like the bids that Manchester United are looking for is like 40 million cash for Greenwood, because it's pure profit. And makeshift, I think that Dortmund is kind of lowballing it. They will wait for the end of the window. United need to sell him 100%. They do. And at the end of the day, if we do get a bid for Sancho for Juventus, that's fine. Chiesa is leaving, so they need to sort of replacement of that one as well. So keep your eyes on that one. And I think that Mason Greenwood, it's been reported yesterday, well documented, that if United don't get that bid of 40 million, what they're asking for, so far they've been getting low hanging fruit bids in scandalous 20 million, 25 million. They will bring back Mason Greenwood back to United and to be part of the first team training. Now, legally perspective, if you look at his employment contract, it's all in his right. It's been 1 year left on loan. Greenwood has the right, and he has to report back. I think the training starts somewhere on the 8th of July, if I remember correct. But if I do wrong, please leave a comment in the non-live comment section. Pre-season starts, the training, everyone reports for those that have not been in the Euros. And will Mason Greenwood be part of that? Or will he simply be training alone? That is coming down to the establishment here, Everton. If they have an intention to sell, they might not integrate him in the pre-season tour. Or if you see him come back and he'll be part of the US tour, that means that is an indication that is a slight possibility for Greenwood to stay. Now, I know this has opened up a can of worms for a lot of people that are watching, thinking, we don't want this, criminal, what they kind of say, but for me, it's not being judged. I look at it from a football perspective. We are currently looking at wingers, strikers, and if other clubs are looking at Greenwood down in continental Europe, there might be a bidding war, but so far nobody won't willing to bid because they don't have the funds or money. That means that we have a very good player on our hands. We all know it, we all seen it, potentials, but we haven't seen Mason Greenwood in a Manchester United shirt for 2 years. So, has he developed? Has he matured? It's down to see. Now, moving away from that one, I want to hear from your comment section what you think. Moving away from that one, transfer walk and talk. I'm starting to puff for air now. I'm getting warmed up. And I think that at the end of the day, it's going to be interesting who we are going to link with in the midfield. Defense, Branthwaite, deadline Sunday, Everton needs to cash in or not, but reports coming out there are not prioritizing to sell Branthwaite to United, and they keep holding the stance of 70 million. For me, that one is dripping down, I would say 30% chance, unless United say, we really want this target, screw this, we'll pay 70 million, we will cave in. But what kind of message are United sending there? So for me, it looks like we are moving away. Todibo, by the reports yesterday as well, that United really want him. They're seeking going for the tribunal court down in the arbitration of sports down in Switzerland, Lucerne. And that, my friends, is not going to take a long time. They hired the best sports lawyer that you can get. I can't really remember his name, by the way. But that is sort of inquiry, like, you know, listen, here's the facts, here's what we're going to do we have the green light? And by the way, as per se, you know, United can still buy Todibo without facing a ban because they can play him in the domestic cups and leagues and FA and Premier League, but not fully in the UEFA Cup competition. So for me, that is the one to follow, knowing that if this is successful, we know that we have a fantastic right-footed centre-back in Todibo. I really like Todibo. I think he's the perfect Rafael Varane placement. Very, very good technical dribbler, very good break of the play, very tall, very explosive, fast recovery pace. And this is something that we really need because Liche is not that fast. Like, you know, Liche needs a complement of somebody that is quick on his feet, like quick on his blocks and particularly good in the air. So Todibo want to watch people in terms of midfield. The backup, what you've been seeing is the PSG defender that we are in for as well. And there's been secondary bids coming in potentially. But the first one we should watch out for, it is Neves. 100% it is Neves, João Neves. So that is the one to look after, I think. But I think we are looking for two midfielders, like, you know, one number 6 and one hybrid 6 and 8. And potentially, we will sign Amrabat there for an extension, offer that, trigger that release clause from Fiorentina and walk away. That is a cheap one to be made, £20 million. Would you do it? 100% I would. Give Amrabat a chance and we'll kick on. In terms of Xerxes' situation, I think that United and Xerxes is advanced. As per my understanding, what I've been hearing from Italy, from Padula as well. And although Fabrizio Romano is saying something different, there might be that Fabrizio Romano doesn't want to say because he doesn't really know. It's all about the relationships, what you have with the agent and Milan itself. And maybe he doesn't have a good relationship with Kia Yubashian itself. So we don't know. At the end of the day, it's widely reported that United are advancing in talking and making the solution. Personal terms, of course, Xerxes was expecting Milan because Milan was the first to approach. And now the United have entered the ring. That is on the table, and Xerxes playing in the Euros at the moment. Not really getting game time, but, you know, sitting on the bench. For me, Xerxes will be the one to watch. Release clauses open up in the 1st of July. That is an easy deal to do, right? Moving on, if we sell Wan-Bissaka, now that speaking of a release clause, if United sells Wan-Bissaka, that means that Frimpong has a release clause on £34 million, £35 million. That is an easy deal to do. His relationship, Frimpong's relationship with Justin Wilcox go deep with the City Academy as he brought up Frimpong in that settings as well. So they know each other well. I think that is an easy deal to do. And off we go. Other than that, it's going to be very interesting. There's a lot of links and rumors. Nobody really knows at the moment. One thing that we do know, Todibo seems to be the main target, hence why we're going into the arbitration of sports to sort of argue the case. And we've been heavily linked with the number 1 target, which is João Neves in the midfield, and potentially looking to get another centre-back in as well. So 2 centre-backs, midfielder seems to be priority, and the striker at the moment. Anyway, let me know your thoughts and feelings. It's been Mick Ruby working up a sweat on this Thursday, and I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind how wonderful the transfer is when you're in the world. Sorry, I had to do that. Anyway, positive energy. I wish you a fantastic day, people, and we shall see you to the next one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we shall see you to the next transfer walk and talk. Thank you for watching, and glory, glory, Manchester United. Peace, love, and go banana. Ciao.